Welcome to the Some Laugh podcast.
It could be like, oh, that was some laugh, or there was just some laughs.
Some laughs.
Well, no promising all laugh.
No, there's going to be some.
It's some laugh. Oh, well, boys, back once again.
Back at it.
It's like we've never been away. What have you been up to, Mark? What's happening?
Well, last night I had a six-hour round trip up and back to Aberdeen, which is it takes it at you a long trip like that.
Is it the driving in particular you're talking about here?
I think so, because see, on the rare occasions that I've done a journey like that and I've not been driving, I find that it goes in quicker, usually because you've got somebody to talk to be fair. It also goes in quicker when you're the driver. But I think the driving itself does, because do you not find this, Steve, like when you're like, it's actually kind of scary sometimes when you realise how much you're on autopilot on a long drive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, your mind is still, you're doing something the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's just like, even just sitting in the one spot for like a couple of hours in a row, and like, I think even just the 3-hour drive up is like quite a lot to do it both in the one night, which I used to do loads, and I've like, because I've not done it in a while, I was more conscious of like, this is a lot in it, and this takes it out you, and I was also quite hungover, a wee bit hungover, but just more tired than hungover, and yeah, it was just like a lot. But
what's your go-to? Is it, do you go for a songs, podcast, audio book?
Red Bull.
Generally will go for podcasts, although sometimes you put on a couple of songs, you're singing along in the car, and that does pass the time quite well. But yesterday, particularly, what was happening was listen to a wee bit at the end of the Arsenal game, done an hour of like talking, just try to like work on stuff in the car. I just press record.
Football commentary.
And then I'm trying to work on my football commentary. I was just trying to work on bits that I'm thinking, so I just kind of forced myself to just do an hour of just doing nothing but just try to come up with ideas and say jokes. Then it was like the fucking League Cup final, Newcastle Liverpool. This is dating it obviously a wee bit, but so that got me through to get to the gig. And then because I was opening, I just left after, so I actually managed to get back by 11:30 last night, which was pretty good.
All right.
That's good, yeah.
But what it did remind me, as I say, is like, because obviously like my willpower was at its lowest, right? And I've been trying to like stay off the carbs, be good, but I just had
a traffic warden got it this time.
No, it was more just like I was just going in and getting like, not even eating that badly, but I'm getting like a couple of sandwiches and wee bit of chocolate, the meal deal chocolate and all that, just to get me through, because I'm like, it's a long drive. You got to.
You work hard all week. You deserve a wee chocolate bar.
Need a little
wee
treat.
bit of self care. You know what I mean? So, but I was a bit like, fuck, no wonder like when you're doing that kind of stuff a lot, because a lot of times that would be like all my weekends would be like driving to, like, no, maybe that's the longer distance, but I'm doing a lot of that kind of driving Friday, Saturday nights, and then they wonder, like, when you do that, you just kind of get by, and then it's like, no wonder it's hard to get into like a good eating routine. You need to be pure disciplined as fuck to not see the bright lights of that Wellbeing Cafe and be like, oh yes,
where everybody knows your name. Wellbeing Cafe.
You say, it's funny you say that actually, because at the fucking Wellbeing Cafe last night in the way out of Dundee, which was where I stopped, the lassie did recognise me.
There you
She
go.
was like,
there you go.
yeah, boy, it does.
You're that cunt that's always in the Wellbeing Cafe.
yeah. You do stand up on Facebook and all that. Also, you come up. I was like, it's me. So I'm just on my way back for a gig in Aberdeen, and that was it.
Yeah, that's a glimpse behind the curtain she didn't need of
Yeah.
how sad life on the road is.
Yes, it's a Sunday night, and
Really
yes.
happy on Facebook.
And yes, it was only 8:00. Yes, I was the opening act. It's not, but but got down the road. But I was long weekend.
It takes it out. You must be. You're whining and dining behind the
69.
in the passenger
And the
seat.
rest.
You must love it.
Well, I was biting my tongue to not slag off someone that had previously driven me to Aberdeen and back when you're saying that being a passenger makes the time fly by.
Yes, very dependent on the company.
Yeah. Well, I'm usually on the train though. Although I did recently do it with Forbes, friend of the show, Chris Forbes.
Yes,
We did gigs in Aberdeen and Inverness. They
he'd
were
be good.
Good
chat.
company.
Yeah, and he's always got jelly beans.
That's
Aye.
good.
So yeah, good chap.
Well, that was one of the last times I went to Aberdeen. I had to get an opener, and it was like you're more more concerned with the chat in the car.
I'm going to Newcastle next Sunday, and that's the main booking policy for my opener.
That over how well or not they will do at the gig.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Which, it's bad for the audience, probably. But usually if they've got a good chat, then they'll be all right on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're opening an act. He was great value in the car, but his act fucking sucks. Put it together.
I've seen this guy be hilarious in my passenger seat on the way up. Please welcome to the stage.
It'd be quite rare that you got someone that has great chat in the car and is fucking shite at comedy, though. I think.
That's true.
Unless it was one of your pals, of course.
Yeah, just like your normal mates from school. I remember seeing Bridges do like Kevin Bridges and Friends once, and he's like, "It's just it's my friends, but it's my comedy. I'm not just getting my mate that's a plumber up." But it's a big deal. But yes, on your own in the car for 6 hours. Like it's only because it's so normal for us, I think, because it's just part of the job. But when you realise that is what you're doing, and like you say to anybody else, I'm like, my God, because nobody ever really does that amount of travel in the one day, and you're basically like a lorry driver.
But then, compared to America, when they're going much bigger distances, aren't they?
Absolutely.
We've got it easy here.
Yeah.
3 hours to Aberdeen.
And a lot of time they'll need to fly as well.
That's true.
You know, state to state and all that. You were just going down to Brighton, you were saying, for your tour.
Yes, I was in Brighton on Friday night. It was great.
How were the travels for that?
The travels. Well,
the
they're all
travails,
right.
shall I
The
say?
travails. Fine, okay, standard. Shite, but fine. Nothing went wrong.
No delays.
No.
That's
It's all good. I was in London for a few days, saw some friends of the show, played some snooker with Ed Knight.
Snooker?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he good at snooker?
He won't be watching this, so I can't say no.
Are you good at snooker?
No, but better than Ed.
Okay.
Crucially. That's all you want, isn't it? To be like the big fish in you.
Are you good at pool?
No, not especially.
I thought you'd be good at
I'm okay. But not like, don't fucking challenge me. Don't hustle me in Reardon's.
You've got a good
Hand-eye
coordination.
Good
eyes.
I've got a good eye for that kind of thing.
I would say like table tennis.
I do love pub sports and skill games,
Darts.
all that kind of stuff.
Do you
Love it.
feel like, cause you obviously done golf a lot when you were young, but
Yes.
like, did you do like a lot of that other stuff as well? Or do you think it just kind of, as you say, like hand-eye coordinate, you just got that?
My granddad had a wee pool table in his house, so that I think maybe that
I also had one of them and I'm passionate.
in your
Pool.
shite.
Yeah.
No.
Did
Never
you
got
play
the
it
hang of
often
it.
though?
I did. I tried to play it a lot. It was just rubbish.
You know, I went to school with a guy whose dad, I think he used to be a snooker player, but he owns the Lucky Break in Clydebank, which is like the snooker place. And I never felt comfortable in these environments as a kid, right? Because I
They're
think
very grown-up spaces.
at the
There'd be
time
smoking in that as well.
people
Yeah.
were smoking and stuff, and it's like a fucking 10th birthday party or whatever, and we were there. But I distinctly remember, right, being in the Lucky Break, and again, like, this guy, like, he's a professional fucking player. The boy's good, and then it seems like everybody else knew how to play snooker. I'd never played it, and I didn't know that you had to fucking hit the white first. So I'm like trying to hit the fucking
What are you
yellow.
trying
out of
to
it.
do?
I just would hit a yellow ball. I didn't know what the
What
rules
age were
were.
you?
I mean, I don't know, but in primary
Yeah,
school,
like,
right?
you should have it explained to you.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody
And
explained
you're
it.
colourblind as well. That wouldn't help.
That was also a factor. I don't know if that had been determined at that
Could have
point. or
gone
not.
pro.
I mean, I did.
Colorblind.
Yeah, I can obviously tell the difference between the colours of the balls, but I just remember doing it. I think I'd done it, and then somebody told me, and I forgot, and I'd done it again. Like just no hitting the white, and I'm
Well,
like,
that will be another 4-point foul, I'm afraid.
yeah. Also, that this very similar thing happened to me in one of my rare appearances for my Fitbit team. I was always a sub. In fact, I don't even think I made the
Did
squad.
you keep
most of the
shooting
time.
into the wrong goal?
Well, what I done is I was offside twice in quick succession, and then I think get subbed on and subbed off. It was a miserable experience. But again, when you're playing like fives or whatever, isn't he offside?
True.
So I wasn't. You know what I mean? I think it was too keen to prove a point.
Aye, that something happened to me like that. I got subbed off for being offside a couple of times, but I was adamant that because I was in my own half and I ran pass, so you can't be offside in your own
No,
half.
of
So
course.
I was like, the ref doesn't know the fucking rules here.
Yeah,
This goes right to the top.
Yeah,
there was no
it
VR
was-
back then.
Exactly.
They were smoking in the lucky break. No.
I was raging.
But I've got to say, I never felt comfortable in the kind of snooker halls, and even as an adult, when I've been in a snooker hall, I just go, "This isn't quite my environment." You know, I don't think.
There is
feel
often an air of
comfortable.
like a lot of these people feel like they were in prison earlier today in a snooker hall.
Yeah, it's a very
They've just got out,
prison-esque.
and that's the first thing they've done.
Yeah,
Dodgy dealings.
a macho environment. But it's the same with like got a mechanics. Sometimes you feel a wee bit emasculated. You know, there's a lot of
Kicking tires and stuff.
kicking ties. A lot of there's a lot of kind of
Trying to
sweat and
explain
dirt.
what's wrong with your car and
Knowing that you'll pay
staring
whatever.
at you.
Aye.
Yeah.
You can never feel like you're no bothering them, even though that is literally their job is for you to come in as a customer and go, "Can you fix my tyre or whatever?" Actually, a lot.
Imagine your attitude was like that between every joke. Like, right, fine, I'll do another one. Christ,
What is it you're after?
it'll cost you.
Oh gosh, I need a lot of work. And I do say that sometimes in between jokes.
It's not just my time on stage that you're paying for. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, but do you know? Find that like there's certain environments you go into and you just go, I do
don't
not
belong
feel
here."
comfortable here. And then
Do you
there's
not get the sense though that they also know that you're not comfortable, so they can weaponize that?
aye.
I don't drive, so I don't know about this, but
Sometimes
It's the
they can
impression
put
I
you
get.
at ease. Other times they do the
it's
opposite.
not in their interest to have you at ease, though, is it?
I guess not, because then they can fuck you over for the price. But I think these days, I think that these companies more and more are probably having to be dragged into the 21st century
Yeah,
and are having
because
to
of ratings and stuff.
ratings
reviews.
and all this kind
We're
of
in the
stuff.
trusted trader era. Come on,
Yeah.
you sponsor the
Exactly.
snooker on Night to Be For.
Did it?
Yeah, never trusted traders so much in my life.
Really? So what's that?
Trustatrader.com.
I know that.
That's all you need to know.
That's all
I think
know.
it's like a compare the market for
Aye.
traders.
It's like
I mean, I.
What do you
Keep-
call it?
keeps everyone honest.
what is it? They always try and get a rating for like the clubs. It's like on a where is it you can go and rate your night out or whatever?
I don't know what
Rate-
you're talking about.
Seen Monkey Bar go
Oh, TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor for
RateYourNightOut.com.
Traders.
That's a really good like 2010 idea for a website. It's got club photos from like
the
the tab.
defo. That was like a failed version of
Yeah.
it.
Did you ever have Design My Night? Did you ever go on that?
What was that?
No.
It was like it was like you could type in what you're looking for, what kind of atmosphere you want, like pub or club. Then it would tell you.
Bank.
No,
Give you
like,
one of two options.
Glasgow
One of them
or-
was the lucky break.
I'm just out of jail. And I want to play some ball sports.
Yeah, it was like Glasgow and stuff. And it was like Glasgow to Liverpool, London. It had like a couple of cities that you could do, and it was. But yeah, it would. I think you had to pay to be on it, so there would only be a handful.
That's
of
an
Aye,
inside
so like
joke.
Vicky's or whatever.
Right,
If
there'd
you're-
be a handful of shite options.
Never worked for you, no.
I tried it a couple of times, but it was always pish.
No dice.
Mm.
Do you know what's a bugbear of mine is it's really hard to find like events that are happening in your local area, or like, you know, if you type in what's on Glasgow, for example, or maybe you are
Glasgow
in Brighton and you're
Live.
like what's on Brighton.
Yeah.
It's like there's no one's nailed the website that's just like this is actually what is on, and
Live-
it's everything
live
that's on,
events.
and it's in order of when it's on.
Yeah.
Those websites are shite. It's always like crafts with Julie. I'm not fucking interested in crafts with Julie.
No, I know it is hard, and I think because Google's worse now, as we've said before, it's like hard to see. Even if you go like comedy, like in this area. In fact, when I was on when I was in Frankfurt, like the couple of days after like you had left Germany, and I was like, I wonder if there's any comedy on, and I googled it, and one of the shows was a show that I know the guy who was running it, and I'm like, there's no way he's still in Frankfurt. And but so it's like, but that was like the number one thing it was showing, and it was like this comedy show that was like defunct, and you're like, and that's the case a lot, you know. You go and
Yeah.
it'll be like, Jimmy Carr's playing, and then like some gig for fucking 5 years ago or something. But
Yeah.
you need
They
to,
never seem to have things between Jimmy Carr and Julie's crafts thing.
aye. There's no just like the
Middle
stand is on.
Aye, yeah.
Aye, it's
Yeah.
like fucking the pure shitest thing, and then like something that's too big. Probably sold it.
Yeah, annoying.
Dragon's Den awaits for you.
Yeah, I've invented the website.
A functioning website. It would be good. I don't know if can you just put it into a database and then it does it for you, or like how would it? What is that? What would have to happen?
I mean,
You'd have to do it manually and put
should
every single
basically
thing.
do that anyway, aye.
Maybe I should
don't know
delete this and I
computers.
should do this. It's there for the taking, is what I'm trying to say. Because there'll be like 6 shit different listings, websites, and you go on them all and you're like, fuck this, I'm just going to walk around. and see what
Aye.
happens.
Because like I feel as well like the music world is so different to like the comedy world or these other even like improv stuff and all that. Like it's all just so different, and you need to really dig into the weeds to find
Aye.
the shit. You know what I mean? And then if you'd go like, say you wanted to do a pottery class or one of these what's the mad nude drawing things that
Life drawing.
the life drawing. I mean that should be a catch-all website for all this shit.
Yeah.
But then somebody's making money off the back of that, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I'm open to bribes once I get it up and running. Yeah. I don't know.
What's been happening to you, Steve?
Not a hell of a lot. No.
Been eating whitefish this week.
I had some bassa again.
Had some cod
Love a
last
bit
night.
of
I was
bass.
thinking of you.
Oh, did you? I bought some cod as well. Frozen though, what do you think about frozen fish?
It's not ideal.
No.
I'm not eating frozen food a lot. I'm telling you that. Partly
Tell me,
because
buddy.
Tell me.
partly because see if it's like stuff you can put it in the freezer if you don't eat it within day.
I just forget what's in the freezer. I don't go in there.
I'm never confident in like how to defrost. Are you?
Aye.
You
What's your defrosting technique for a bit of cod?
Well,
Leave it out all day.
leave it. You could leave it in the fridge overnight, of course. It tells you on the back of the packet, or you can. Usually, I'm putting it in a wee bit of hot water to melt the initial ice, and then leave it out for maybe 6-7 hours during the day. It'll be fine.
see this
Light
is
as rain.
I don't
I
like
can't be
this
arsed.
overnight thing because I would like set times
You
because
want it
otherwise.
immediately.
Well, no, it's just because I don't want to. I'd always be worried that I wouldn't trust myself to know fucking date rang and give myself food poisoning or whatever would happen. Like I would like you need to do this for 8 hours or whatever.
As
rather
long as it's cooked all the way through, you can defrost a chicken in a microwave
Right.
and then cook it again. The texture might not be great, but it's not going to kill you if it's cooked all the way through. I've
Just a bit
defrosted.
we got at uni, that innit?
Hmm?
Just a bit like you've just left home. You're defrosting chicken in the microwave. It's just a
Yeah.
stinking vibe. I think.
Well, it's just like what people, is you need to do, like, because, you don't want food to go to waste or
Yeah.
whatever. But at the same time, I just, I'm always, like, I always just feel like it's probably better, it's probably, like, fresher. Well, obviously, it's fresher if you eat it, but it's, like, healthier if you eat it fresh rather than frozen.
Although they say frozen vegetables are good because you get them when they're fresh, you freeze them, and then they've still got the nutrients of that freshness, rather than if they've been, in vans and shit for a few days.
I see.
Right.
And yet, you put it in the Nutribullet, and apparently you lose those fucking nutrients.
I don't know how that works.
I
What
don't
is
know
it
if
they
that's
say? You're meant to
necessarily
squeeze, blend your veg and eat your fruit. I think is that right? Was that
blend
wrong?
your veg and eat your fruit.
Aye, because I think it's to do with how much of the nutrients.
So you do get the nutrients for the veg then.
I think so. I think, or at least you lose less. I mean, I'm probably
Right.
talking complete fucking crud.
Like
here,
a
but-
soup, did you get all the nutrients from soup?
Put it in the Nutribullet and then heat it up in the in the hob.
Well, that would make a soup.
That
yeah.
would fucking be disgusting.
Do you think?
Well,
Good
you
work.
need to put stock in it as well. Though.
Aye. Is that the key ingredient to make it like technically a soup? Is stock?
Well, it
make
just needs
it
to be watery. doesn't it?
watery, more watery. Aye.
More water.
As
Can't
long
just
as you're
spare-
drinking it, I think.
Oh,
You
you're
put
all right.
water in. You put
Just
water
eat
in.
a vegetable paste. That wouldn't be very
Or
good.
Yeah.
spread it on a bit of toast.
Oh,
Having a piece and soup. Hello, Stu here with a quick reminder to buy tickets to my upcoming filming of my show Horse. It's going to be on April the 27th on a Sunday. Mark and Steve are going to be opening for me. It's a family affair.
Yeah.
It's 2 shows because I sold out my tour show in Glasgow. We're putting on 2 extra ones and we're filming it. I'd love to see you there.
Yes, please do come along. Being produced for the pod, and as Stu says, myself and Steve will be opening the shows. So please come along. Hopefully, see you there. And aside from that, Stephen, I guess we should let people know.
we should let them know about the Patreon channel that we have.
So what's that then?
Patreon.com/.
Patreon
some
what?
laugh.
It sounds cool.
It's so cool. You get hundreds, and I mean hundreds of benefits. You get a new episode every 2 weeks. you get all the existing episodes that we've done.
He's counting on his fingers. You're gonna need 100 fingers there, buddy.
Got 100 fingers. I'll do it 10 times over on my 10 fingers. We've got, tickets to upcoming shows, live shows and all that. You get first dibs.
Yeah.
Hundreds of stuff. We've got documentaries,
all the-
live shows.
Yeah, the recordings of all the previous live shows are up there, including some behind the scenes.
You name it,
as well.
it's there.
You name it. And if it's
Horny
one of those four
content.
things.
And
it's
how
there.
much would that cost?
As little as $3 a month. You can pay more if you want, please.
Yes, absolutely.
That's for our American listeners. It's bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's actually more than $3 if you're paying in dollars. But yeah, £3 a month. Sign up to the Patreon, and it does keep us going and keep us growing.
We
Final-
appreciate you all.
We do absolutely, and thank you to everybody who is a patron. Just the last thing from me is my tour is in May and June. If you'd like to see me, I'll be across around 15 or 16 stops across the UK and Ireland. So hopefully see you there. We'll also be doing the Fringe, which tickets will be on sale for soon. The free is all back for Edinburgh Festival.
Yes.
Yep.
But I hopefully see you at my tour, see you at Stu's recording, see you over on the Patreon, and aside from that, enjoy the rest of the app.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I was chatting to my cousin the other day, and he was saying that he used, because he's like a big gym guy and everything, but he's way off this now, but he said that he went through a phase of having raw eggs and cottage cheese,
Why?
drinking it, because he's seen like a
Like
dipshit
Rocky?
on YouTube do it like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
You watched the Rocky film.
Yeah, it was Rocky. But
Cottage cheese is meant to be good for you, though, isn't it?
It's fucking rank though.
That's horrible.
I don't even know if I've ever had it.
You'd know.
Aye.
It's like, that's how it looks like a weird texture. I don't,
I
even know
don't
what
trust it at all.
tastes like.
Every 5 years, I think, right, it's time to get into cottage cheese.
Where are you on cheese? Because I would say the way that you feel about tomato paste or whatever is like on a pizza is how I actually feel about cheese on a pizza.
What do you mean?
I don't like a pizza that's too cheesy. Like, see, when I was a wee kid, I used to like scrape the cheese
Oh,
out.
for
my-
fuck's
really?
sake, what you did.
Come
Aye.
on.
I just it was too much for me. But I like the tomato and the bread.
If I pick up a piece of pizza and the cheese comes off, my heart fucking breaks.
Really?
Yeah, that's the best
I
bit.
am scooping it back.
I'm
See,
not-
I
100%,
don't mind
bro.
it as much now, but I think because pizzas have got better, whereas I'm talking about this is probably
This is
like,
90s pizza.
this is
we're
a
talking about.
90s frozen fucking Asda own brand thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm going to Paesano or whatever. You fucking, it's good. I like
That's
it.
a
There's a
sloppy
soupy pizza, brother.
yeah.
Although the
Bit of
technique,
stock.
the technique is to,
Fold.
don't cut it into 8, cut it into 4, fold it, and then eat it like a fucking
I'm
a
not doing that.
calzone or whatever.
Imagine how psycho that'd be if you saw someone order a Paesano, just fold it in half and walk out the door.
Can you not cut this whatsoever?
It's quite a controversial pizza, the Paesano,
Oh.
in my experience.
How do you
I
mean?
like it.
People have strong opinions on it.
Well, some don't like it.
It's too wet.
Too wet
Too
is what people
sloppy.
say.
I like
It's a
it.
sloppy Giuseppe.
Yeah, don't slop it up, boys.
I
don't
like
mind the
that way, but
sloppy.
is that not there's a certain area of Italy that's the tradition is to have the pizzas like that?
Well, I believe it's
Undercooked.
Neapolitan style. But I've been to Naples and I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? They didn't have
Not
a
the
big
way they're doing it.
glowing, big sign with fucking big bulbs in it.
Yeah, it says soup pizza in Italian. Yeah, I don't know. I do like it, but it's not.
Not everybody's taste.
I
Also,
like
the
it.
crust ratio is kind of insane. You're really, really getting through those crusts.
Yeah. And mix it up a wee bit. They've got like 8 options.
You do a hot dog stuffed crust or something.
Yeah, why not? Fucking have some mayonnaise for me to dip my crusts into.
Yeah,
Why not?
they could do with better sides if I was to critique them. I'm never getting a
They
side
don't
in
need to
Paesano.
act like there's an Italian nonna in the kitchen that's gonna give me a clip round the lug for asking for mayo. Like
Aye.
she doesn't exist.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Aye,
Let
exactly.
me have it the way I want it.
You're an Instagram pizza place.
Yeah,
Let's
come
be
on.
fucking real.
I know.
And one who
You're
would
doing
happily
crowd
take
work
sponsorship.
pizza clips. That's what you're doing.
You're for the gram, no for the gran. aka Nonna. Where do you stand on normal cheese though? Like you like a bit of
Like, what
Just
what,
like out the fridge.
just what?
eating
Well,
it raw out the fridge.
well, what would you? I
No.
like. I've grown to like a halloumi.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Like a halloumi, yeah.
Wee bit
Grilled?
of blue, a wee bit of blue Stilton on crackers.
Halloumi's
during
the great
Christmas. No,
leveller,
not blue
though.
Stilton, but what's the one with cranberries on it or whatever?
Brie.
Brie
I'll
or,
put a wee bit of brie on a cracker.
Wensleydale usually
Oh,
has
that
a bit
kinda
of
shit.
a bit of
But
cranberry.
I'm not gonna say I'm a cheese person generally.
I'd have a cheese and cracker. I'd have a cheese and toast. Sequence that fucking love cheese though, man. That's a bit too much.
Yeah.
It's given posh cunt, you know.
Yeah.
See when they fucking
What do you mean, like having a cheese board?
cheese board, and
inconceivable
they
to
love
me.
it when it's stinky and all that. They say that all that stuff. You're like, just get a grip.
There's a word for that, and it's attention seeking.
I feel that's obviously wine is the classic example, but I even feel like the coffee snobs as well. Like I think there's a willingness to want to be seen as a type of person. But if you're because cheese no basically just curdled fucking milk.
Aye. As far as I know.
So if you're like saying, "Oh, I love it when it's stinking," you're like, "I just love."
Just love it. Fucking.
I'm fucking rank.
Yeah,
Disgusting,
I'm just
mouldy.
like leaving the milk out the fridge for a couple of days and fucking.
Oh,
I'm with you on this one, Mark. I do think it's a very childish thing, but I do share that. I wouldn't just eat a bit of cheese. I can't bear it.
No,
It's got to be melted on
on a
something.
cracker. You wouldn't eat it on a cracker.
No, fuck that.
no.
If it was
Dry as hell.
I'd have it, but it's not my go-to.
But I feel like it's maybe
Melted
an
cheese
age
is
thing as well. I
lovely.
feel like old people love fucking having cheese boards and stuff.
Which is surprising given what it probably does to their insides. They should be the last cunts having cheese, if you ask me.
Would you think it does to the insides?
I'm just assuming they're having horrible shit.
Based on very little evidence.
I think the older you get, I think it probably goes that way. But I would say that because to me, like, see, just a spread cheese, a Dairy Lee, I'm associating that much like the Lucky Break with my childhood.
Wee guys.
Wee guy stuff.
No, I'm not
like
having
I
Baby
couldn't-
bells.
Couldn't tell you the last time I had a laughing cow.
Mm.
know?
Wouldn't he thank you for a baby bell?
No,
Nah.
me neither. I
Or a
barely.
cheese string?
I don't actually think I've ever had a baby bell either.
Oh, I've had one. I've had one recently.
Why?
Your PT's got you on the baby bells, is he?
No, we started buying them because it's easy for a wee bit of protein. a wee
First person
snack,
to ever
but
put that into my fitness pal. Baby bell.
20 baby bells.
They're
Baby
alright.
bell brackets net.
They're not.
And that's the options, one or full net.
They're not great, but I was barred from eating them when I was a child.
You were barred from eating baby bells.
The
Yeah.
minute you had the night.
I had I brought one to a restaurant and I started using the wax on the walls of the restaurant.
This is crazy.
Sorry, what? Right. Start from the beginning.
Hold on. What age were you?
Maybe 4.
Alright, okay. That is younger than I was hoping.
And
Wasn't 16.
so what were you doing with the wax?
I was drawing pictures on the wall of the restaurant with the wax from the baby bell.
They probably would have given you crayons as well.
Yeah, and I would have done the exact
You're
same
reaching
thing
past the crayons to get to the
to
wax.
get to the wax of the cheese.
Right. See, I'm confused by the concept of it having wax in the baby bell.
You've
You
never
cannot.
seen a baby bell?
A baby bell comes in a red wax. Maybe you didn't think it was wax.
I don't think it was wax.
What did you think it was?
Plastic.
Well, so do you mean the wrapper or do you mean like
There's a wrapper and
You know,
then
if you were
there's
sending
wax.
an old-fashioned letter, you could seal it with a baby bell if you heated it up. And I'd love to see that move pulled.
That would
No,
be good.
so what actual like candle wax type of stuff,
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
and that's what they seal it in.
Yeah.
And they give it to kids, and then it rots their brains. And
But is that what is it red? Is that what it's red?
Yeah, the
Aye.
red thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is wax.
Yeah.
That's wax, son.
How is this so mind blowing?
I just didn't know it because and when you're saying that, I'm thinking you're taking like for a candle that's in the restaurant or something.
No.
4-year-olds love playing with candles.
Well, aye, of course.
Naked flames.
So
not?
so you buy a net of baby bells, and they're on a wee red wrapper.
I'm picturing Steve, 4 years old. He's got it over like a football coach. He's got a net of baby bells over his shoulder.
Walking along. Like
Punt them out.
got it on a stick like a hobo, you know,
Yeah.
you see it.
Boss baby with his net of baby bells.
So the red bits. So it's got a wee sticker on it.
Well, it's got like plastic over it. You take that off. There's a red wax.
It's a pretty classy
seal.
operation.
It is.
It's
What
like
is
a
it?
little brie.
That can't
meal.
be cheap. Or is
Nah.
it?
Must be.
I don't know.
I bet it's one of those where if you Google it, it's like since 1998, Baby Bell have actually used plastic because
Aye, that seems very like using a newspaper as your fish and
Aye.
chip wrapper. It feels very sort of
Quite antiquated.
aye. But no, that's news to me. So you were doing that in the restaurant.
I was drawing pictures on the walls. I think my mum maybe clocked it, didn't want the owner to see, so paid the bill. Out we go.
And she said you're never having one of them
She
again.
said you're not bringing.
That's the last.
You're not
Baby
bringing
Bell.
a Babybel to a restaurant ever again. And then I used to eat packets of butter as well. I went for a phase where I was fussy eater. So
This is a very Ali Houston high fat diet.
I went a whole holiday because I didn't want to try any of the food of just eating packets of butter.
Like the ones you get if you get toast in a.
Yeah,
Right.
I love those wee squares. You
Yeah,
get
they're
it
good, aren't
with
they?
your wee bit of bread with the soup. That's
delicious.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'd eat them all day if I could.
That's what I was doing.
But you didn't want to try any of the food on the holiday?
What
Nah.
age are you now?
Again, maybe 5, 6.
And what did
Seen
you
a bit more
score?
of the world, but you still.
So you were at 5. You were like, I'm not trying any of this foreign
foreign
milk.
milk.
Pretty much, yeah.
But was it not just the same stuff you would normally eat when you were like just like fucking chips and all that
Probably it would have been, but I
I mean,
refused.
where are you going on holiday? I can't imagine you're deep in the jungle.
It was a wee cruise ship we went on. It was a wee cruise.
And what made you trust just the butter?
I just liked the taste of butter. Loved it.
Just
Like-
on its own.
Just
Rub it on
out
it.
straight out the packet.
Love that.
Wasn't cutting it up on a plate and.
You ever seen that video like Vladimir Putin meeting Xi Jinping, and like they both gauge like one of them gives them a drink and he goes, "I'm not fucking drink that," and they both like laugh. It's like you think you're going to be fucking poisoned on this cruise ship, just like, yeah, fool me once, stick to the butter. That's the only
The
thing.
butter's no poison.
They won't have tampered with the butter. That's for everybody.
I loved it, man.
So
Loved butter.
you survived off butter.
I
feel like
I
that-
get
I'm kind of
fucking-
surprised your mum allowed this.
I
to
said a
be
bit of
honest.
discipline's got to come in at this point and go,
I hate
Stephen.
to
Yeah.
put Eleanor on blast here, but
Well, I don't really know. Maybe she did because obviously I changed my ways. I'm not
Yeah.
still eating butter to this day.
you love butter chicken though. That's your favourite.
Oh,
kind.
aye. Oh, delicious.
Tell you what, you
Delicious.
put buttermilk in front of a word, I'm buying it.
Yeah, that is delicious.
Don't know what buttermilk is.
I mean,
Buttermilk isn't good for like taste wise.
It makes shit taste good though.
Yeah, put it in fried chicken. It's alright.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's me.
But like actual buttermilk's sour.
What is buttermilk?
It's like sour milk, I think.
Is it?
Pretty much. It's minging.
Wonder what
It's
kind of
magic
cheese.
though what it does.
Oh,
What
aye.
sort of cheese would that do?
Well, aye.
Buttermilk cheese.
It would
Probably
work.
exists.
Was this the same
Probably.
holiday that you met your wee pal? That you
Victor?
spoke- Aye,
Might have been. No, I would have been a bit
a
older.
bit older.
No, it might have been actually. Victor Kalauspi.
Aye.
I don't know if that's his second name, but that's what I call him. What a guy! I tried adding him on Facebook. I think I probably told you that before,
Aye,
but I tried adding him.
Where is
and
he from
it dinged
again?
me. America. I want to say.
Land of the butter.
Aye.
I'm not even going to guess. I want to say Chicago because he was a Chicago Bulls fan.
Aye. By then, everybody was back in the 90s.
Aye,
That's
Michael
like
Jordan.
supporting Man U back then,
Yeah,
you know. But
Michael
I mean,
Jordan.
we'll never know. Maybe we've
Um,
got more popular since you first spoke about him, so maybe he'll.
Yeah, if
Aye.
you're right now, Victor.
Maybe there's
If
a
anyone
chance.
knows a guy
Kalauspi.
called Victor,
It might
probably
be-
Kalauspi.
Second name
It might-
potentially Kalauspi.
He might be from Chicago.
Maybe from Chicago.
But certainly like the Chicago Bulls in the
In
1990s.
1999.
And he was on a cruise ship, and we done a basketball talent show performance together.
Fucking
If
hell,
you're
I'd
out
love to see
there.
that.
A basketball talent show performance.
Yeah,
How tall were you then?
very small. I tried to do a slam dunk. I couldn't reach the hoop, and the hoop was like about this
Yeah.
high above my head, an inch or so. So I was kind of struggling to put the ball in
Yeah.
from backwards, and then Victor came in and he helped me.
Nah,
That's when I
nice.
knew.
That's what teammates are for.
That's my bro. Wish I had a podcast.
He's like regular Dennis Rodman and Jordan right there.
Some boy.
Oh.
Do you butter both sides of the bread if you're having a piece, or one side?
It would depend on how flirty I'm feeling and what's in the sandwich, but
Let's say bacon.
I'd do one side on bacon.
Only
Let's
one?
not go crazy.
What you mean? So in the so you've got 2 slices of bread.
Mhm.
I like one half of a roll.
I'd
Really?
put them on both.
Both, I'm both.
Aye.
I used to be one half, and then I thought I fucking love
Do
butter.
you think you notice if the butter's not on it?
Well, after
You wouldn't complain if a roll shop gave you and it was only buttered on one side, would you?
no, but you would notice it if there was no butter at all.
Would you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't want no butter.
dry as hell.
No. I just need a wee bit of lubrication.
Aye.
For
Also,
want
the
of a better
taste, the
word.
taste of it's lovely.
Yeah, but then is no like if you're having bacon or something, is that not overpowering in itself? No.
More butter,
All right.
more butter,
Catchphrase he's trying to get going.
more butter, guys. I love butter, man.
I do like to just sneakily put it in recipes that I knew. Like if I'm making her dinner, I know she'd be raging if she knew what I'm putting in this.
Putting
But
lumps of butter in.
I'm gonna be getting big compliments because it's gonna taste good.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what they don't want you to know. These chefs,
It is.
butter and salt.
Put on
See,
some butter.
watching like Gordon Ramsay on YouTube, his wee YouTube channel, the amount of
That
fucking
geezer's not fucking around.
salt he puts on it and fucking
aye.
chucks hundreds of butter. See, cooking a steak, the amount of butter you use to cook a steak.
Really?
Fuck me.
Well, I put a wee bit of butter. That's what I use as the thing in the pan when I'm making scrambled eggs.
Oh, aye.
Aye. That's good.
Good move.
I would say.
Are
so.
you not? Did you not say you were a can't believe it's not butter household? Or
When
was
we
that
were,
back
when I
in the
was
day?
younger, this is what I like. So I relate to your butter and the holiday thing because I remember once getting in trouble with my mum because I referred to actual butter as restaurant butter. And
You've showed your ass there.
yeah,
my friend.
she's like, shut up,
Shut up, son. You should be calling it. I can't believe it is butter.
well, that was famously what I did get confused by that advert as a kid because we obviously had margarine in the house. We just called it butter,
Yeah.
and then I used to see the I can't believe it's not butter adverts, and I thought the joke was that it was butter, and that they were saying they can't believe it's not butter, and it was like some bit I wasn't getting,
Yeah.
and it was only years later that I realised the difference between margarine and butter.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. It blew my
Lie.
mind.
I've always been confused about Cravendale.
With the milk,
Aye.
what's the deal with it? I used to put it on the shelves in Asda. I was in the chilled provisions
I've
department.
never been a Cravendale customer, I wouldn't say.
It's because it's more expensive, longer shelf life, but it's meant to be better. Is it just it's filtered milk or something? But are we not filtering all milk? What's
knows?
going on?
I do not know. I do not know the answer to that.
Pasteurised.
Pasteurised.
I
Is
couldn't
that
even
the
tell
key?
you what that means either.
So that means it doesn't go off.
Pasteurised.
It helps it not go off.
You would think the longer the shelf life, the more shit they've done to it, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Aye.
However, oat milk and all that doesn't need to go in the fridge necessarily, and it's got a longer.
That's oats though, innit? That's not like.
Well,
totally
all
different
your
product.
dairy, I suppose, all your dairy substitutes, but they've all got longer shelf life. And there was long life milk, which was called UHT,
UHT.
which I don't know what the fuck that is.
I've had UHT this week.
Is it powdered milk? Is that what it
What
is?
does that stand for?
Ultra.
I'm going to look this up. But that is lasts
I
for
don't know.
ages, and you don't put it in the fridge. I don't know how that works.
I got a coffee and a croissant in London this week. London, the expensive city of London, in Hackney. Coffee and a croissant, £2.
What?
£2.
Where from?
Two
Greg's?
shitty little. No, it was an absolute shanna, this place. I can't remember what it was
That
called.
wee
I don't want
greasy
to put them on
spoon?
blast. They had a neon sign that said, "Darkness is my happy place."
You just will not believe what UHD stands for.
Ultra honking.
Titty milk.
You're right. You're right with the first one. It is ultra high temperature.
Oh.
Crazy. Or ultra pasteurised milk. Comes in sterilised containers. It's real milk, just like the kind you buy in chilled dairy aisle. But its special pasteurisation and packaging process gives it a shelf life of several months. There you go.
There you
There you
go.
go.
But that can't be good for you, surely. But that's
That's
what
like
you
what
get
you get in a hotel room.
on
innit?
a plane or whatever. Innit? Like they've got the wee sachets. You just leave them there for
Aye.
fucking ages.
What's going on with tinned food?
What do you mean?
This is a great app.
How is that last?
This is really going to see who's right about do people like to hear about food.
What's going on with tin food?
How is it lasting that long? What's going on there?
Because it's perfectly sealed. I
Is
assume.
that what it is?
Well, it must be something to do with that.
Like you can have meat, hot dogs, for instance, in a tin.
And hot dog flavoured water.
Yeah. How is that lasting 3-4 years? In fact,
3-4 year? Is that the shelf life?
well, even perhaps longer.
Well, because you're meant to, that's what people, like, for doomsday preppers, they'll stock up
Exactly.
on
You
tight
ever
food.
watched?
Can't wait to have loads of shite meals in a bunker. I'm going to be killing myself instantly if there's a...
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
wouldn't be
haven't
fun, would it?
Spam? That lasts fucking years.
Yeah.
That was war food.
Did you hear that term growing up? Spam Valley. People would say, so if they had a bought house, like a wimpy house or whatever, it was like the implication was that they'd spent all the money
It's saved up.
buying the house, and then so they could only eat spam
Right.
because they couldn't actually afford it.
Oh,
They were in a house they couldn't afford,
right.
so it's called Spam Valley.
Is this a specific place you're talking about, or is that a general term? that
Like
was used?
it's a general term that was used for like a suburban house, not
Yeah.
dissimilar to
They
the
have a
ones.
real bit of ham and they're calling it restaurant ham.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they should have called it Margarine Valley. That would have been that would have been a more accurate
Can't
term.
believe it's not Ham Valley.
But aye, that's
Spam Valley.
yeah, because that's the only real reference to spam that I know of. You know, I've never had spam either
Well, like, you know how you get spam in your inbox?
in your inbox.
Is that they basing that?
I don't believe that's a meat substitute.
What came first?
Well, I think that's. I mean, that
Spam,
obviously
I
must
think,
be why.
surely must be an acronym.
Well,
Do you think?
let's look it up.
As in the inbox one.
Specially
funny though if it was.
pasteurized something meat.
It's a bit of a.
No,
it's
I
a
mean
bit-
like the email version.
Oh, the email version. Okay, I thought you meant the meat.
I think spam just sounds like ham. So it's like special ham. or
I think
something.
that probably
Oh,
special ham.
Spam is a brand. It's a brand. So
The meat one is, yeah.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But it's like I don't think it stands for anything. Maybe it does.
Yeah, but I reckon it probably is the play on ham.
I reckon so. It's like Smash.
It's exactly like Smash.
It's like Smash.
I've not had Smash for a while.
Nah, same.
Smash is shit.
Smash is pish.
Yeah.
Seen there's frozen mashed potatoes in the supermarkets these days.
Frozen mash. We're a lazy society. Aren't
That's
we?
crazy to me.
Just boil and mash them, lad. It doesn't.
Yeah.
25 minutes.
You ever
Alright.
bought a frozen baked potato?
I have. Yeah, those
Same.
McCain ones, you get 4 absolute shanners in a box for like
Yeah.
$1.50 or something.
Apparently, the origin of spam is spiced ham. Spam.
Yeah.
Spiced ham?
Doesn't taste too spicy though.
No.
No, it also says here that I don't remember this
I
sketch.
didn't think spam's spicy. Got a kick to it,
Spicy
actually.
for my blood.
Fucking
Lem-
spam.
Now introducing lemon and herb spam. The
For the
internet.
most racist man in the country.
The obviously the Monty Python. So there's a Monty Python sketch set in a cafe, which every item in the menu includes spam. Because is that why they then called their stage play Spam a lot?
Must
Oh,
be. I don't know very
is it?
much about Monty Python.
I
Yeah.
no, but I'm like I thought there must have been a reason why they called it that.
So spam a lot.
I guess
Is
it
that a
was.
thing? Or is that, have I mixed up So Kill a lot?
I think
what it was.
I just think Spam a lot is the name
Some
of
mix a
the.
lot.
Was that not like the name of their stage play?
It was, I
A
think,
musical by Eric Idle. Aye.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There
I
you
guess
go.
it's because they must.
Can you
have-
Google the spam? Why is it the
The email.
email thing called spam? Please.
I think it's just because it's like shite, basically.
It's
isn't
like
it?
this is
But
shit.
that'll be, yeah. But surely there'll be other words. Spam isn't the go-to word for shite, is it?
Maybe in the eyes of these lot.
The term spam email or just spam refers to unwanted, unsolicited messages sent in bulk. The name comes from the Monty Python sketch where the word spam is used to repeatedly and annoyingly mirroring the intrusive nature of such emails.
There you go.
I think we should watch this Monty Python sketch.
Be crazy.
This is going to be good for
Monty
TikTok.
Python's
Monty
kinda...
Python reaction. Kids are going to love this.
I watched the.
Millennials watch Monty Python. Yeah,
I watched like the Dead Parrot one, and I watched the walking funny one. Stupid lot of shite.
the
Is
Dead-
what I'll say.
Dead Parrot is
alright.
alright. Four Candles is my favourite, but I think that's
That's
Ronnie.
two
It's two
Ronnies.
Ronnies, isn't
That's the two Ronnies.
it?
I watched one of the films. Was good. The Holy Grail. I
Life
think.
of
Life of
Brian.
Brian. I watched one of them. It was good.
I've watched Life of Brian. I don't think I've seen the Holy Grail one.
Not seen either.
I've seen one of them, but I can't remember which one's which.
Yeah, it's funny though, but because like
The Four Yorkshiremen one's actually really good though.
Yes.
I'll give them that.
it's hard though because like see when you're looking at like stuff like Monty Python because it's so long ago now. Like so many of the references and all that shit are like to stuff that they're probably
Comedy ages
parodying
really
things
badly as well.
of the time. Whereas like the only telly you're watching for the fucking 60s or whatever is this, so you just think this is just fucking this is just what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't like. So what did you say the dead parrot? You didn't like the dead parrot?
I don't think I've seen that one. I know it as a reference point.
It's fine, but it's too. It's like fucking 4 or 5 minutes long, and it's him just saying different words for dead. About the parrot, it's like I get it. This could have been a 10-second sketch.
An ex-parrot on us.
Could have been an email.
Could
have been spam.
Could have been spam. I could have ignored this.
But I think they did. I've not watched it, so this might be wrong. But I'm sure they did like the transitions of sketches would go from one into the other.
Yeah.
And I think that was meant to be quite.
That's cool.
That's
Novel.
quite cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but then because I
It just
suppose
means you don't need to write a punchline. I
the
suppose.
sort of reaction to that in like the 80s was because they were all like mad fucking Oxbridge guys and all posh and whatever. There was like that was seen as quite kind of stuffy and all that, and then that became thing. But it's still everybody like refers to it. But I've said before, like I don't think like seeing you watch like Morecambe and Wise on the telly. But I mean, I don't think I'm like paying that much. I'm not watching the full sketch, but the sketches are like fucking 20 minutes long, and
Yeah.
they're fucking. You know what I mean? They've got some like mad celebrity coming out for the time.
Yeah,
like,
they've got a newsreader from 1972 out to
exactly.
do a dance.
Either
Yeah.
dancing and you're like, what is this? And
Yeah.
like, but that's like the thing that your grands and all
I've
that
got
will
a
be-
soft
was
spot for
entertaining.
Morecambe Wise.
Oh,
I
aye?
watched it growing up because my granny and granddad had VHSs, and I watched that.
But I don't know. There's,
Two
I like the
Ronnies
football
was-
one, the table football one.
I've not seen that.
It's just them being table football, man. It's really funny.
I just think that like even at the time growing up, like I suppose as well, like see in the 90s, right? And I'd go down to like my old auntie's house, and they would have some fucking. They'd always play these old black and white films and all that. I just always remember hating it, and I'm like, I feel like I like new so much better than like than the past. I know that seems like a weird thing to say.
I
But-
like 20 years ago. the
Do
most.
you?
Yeah.
Well, when you
I
were
hate
growing
now.
up.
Yeah, like The Office and all that stuff is way
Yeah.
better than anything. we've
That's
got now.
true, but you know, I think there was just so much old fashioned shit that you had to see as a wee guy. Again, it's like
Yeah.
everywhere was the fucking Lucky Break to me. Everybody was.
The whole
I just
world
didn't
was
like
black
the
and
whole
white.
world was just like shite. Just like this is shite. I hate this. And I like the modern stuff. No, even though I mean,
Well,
obviously,
like shitty little videos on your phone.
not the social, but I just like the quality of stuff now, like the everything's in 4K and you know what I mean,
Aye.
all that shit.
No, I like the old Simpsons. I'd rather, I like it when things look a bit fucked up.
Well,
I
that's
hate
true.
the really,
Things
really
look,
old
comedies
Simpsons.
look really odd now because they look too crisp and too clean.
This is
and
the
it's not
problem.
as funny, I don't think.
Yeah, there's not a filmic quality to it anymore, but maybe like 90s, early 2000s was good, but see when it was black and white, I'm kind of in the middle between you guys.
Aye, but you know how
I'm
you
not
would
saying
just.
I like the black and white.
It'd be but there was
You
so
watch
much
black
old
and
shit
white.
on. Like, did you not like see when you'd like watch like there'd be some fucking mad Julius Caesar fucking film
Yeah,
on,
you're like,
Yeah,
what
and
is
it's,
this?
and it's
it
like
was just
4
all,
hours long.
it was all like in the 90s, like all the stuff on the telly during the day was like films
Yeah.
fae the 60s or whatever.
Sergeant Bilko.
Aye, but it was films fae the 60s, which so felt like a million years ago comparatively, but was a film made in the 60s about like the
It's
time
like
of the
Happy
Romans.
Days was, or like Happy Days was
Aye.
in the 70s, but about the 50s. And you're like,
Yeah.
what the? I'm so fucking
I
confused.
know.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's just too. I hated that old fashioned shite. You know, although watching it back now, you're probably like, it's quite good, but I just.
I like some black and white films.
Aye.
What do you stand, Steve? We must have watched
Nah,
a few for our podcast.
Boring.
Citizen Kane, we did.
Yeah, boring.
I
Citizen
like
Kane was boring.
I liked Citizen Kane, to be honest.
Kind of a
Rubbish.
timeless story, though.
Yeah, it is.
Aye, of course.
In the age of Trump, etc.
Actually, scary how pertinent it is to the current climate.
Did you ever watch like the Marx Brothers or that shit like Charlie Chaplin and what's the other guy Buster Keaton and all these
aye.
people?
Nah, seen a few of his wee
I've seen bits and bobs, but
stunts. Buster Keaton done his own stunts.
he was like Jackass. I'm Buster Keaton, and this is dangling off a big clock.
I think I've got them on like I think I torrented them all years ago, like loads of that, like the Marx Brothers films, not. But I just like
They are a bit, but you want to like them, don't you? 'Cause you're like, right, this is part of a.
you feel
know,
like it needs to be your
history.
homework as a comic,
And then
aye.
you're like, actually, I'm going to watch Phoenix Nights.
I know. I wouldn't mind watching The Great Dictator. Charlotte speaking of stuff that's pertinent.
Yeah.
There was that at the speech at the end of that? Was that in that Paolo
And the
Nutini
Pearl
song?
and the Iron Sky. And the
I
Pearl
did
and the
not know
Teenage
that
Song.
was in a Paolo. Why is that in a Paolo Nutini
Have you never heard that?
No.
'Cause it's funny because I used to have all these like mad motivational like fucking things like I'd ripped off YouTube, and one of them was that speech is like, "You're not a man, you're not a machine, you're a man," and all this stuff
Yeah.
that's in that, and then it's
You're
in
not
that.
cattle.
Have you never heard
You're
that?
men.
It's in my show at the minute. I'll talk about that.
Do you?
Yeah, it's in-
Iron
it's in
Well,
Horse.
you could play Iron Sky.
There you go. If only I'd known about that song, I'd have played it on the.
Big Paolo.
Yeah.
That's a good song, that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, I just got told I've been coming on to the theme song from Barry, the Bill Hader program about a serial killer.
What song is it?
Charles Bradley, Revelations instrumental.
Did I tell you this is
Did not know that was on that show.
this is crazy? This is fuck me. I don't know. I can't remember if I've told you this. So it's our song for our first dance. You know, the "Only You" by Becky Hill. It was a slowed down version of "Only You." Was recorded for a McDonald's Christmas advert.
That's perfect.
We couldn't believe we got the video back and all, and then we googled the song, and it was like first thing that pops up like.
I thought, is it not that
McDonald's
song
Christmas
that's in The
advert?
Office? It's the Yaz
But
or
that's
something.
the original.
Right,
So
okay.
this re-recorded version was recorded.
I thought it was from The Office. That's what you like to, like
Steve's
Big
first-
Keith
I
Sally G.
just like the advert.
Steve's first dance
really
is a
funny.
fucking John Lewis advert.
But
Yeah, we're coming out to trustthetrader.com.
Yeah. Well, that's you and Stormzy both cancelled now for your McDonald's ad participation. There you go.
Is he cancelled now? Is he?
Well, people are annoyed at him because of the Palestine stuff.
So what's going on there with McDonald's? What they doing? Funding Israel?
Something like that. They're on the BDS list thing, like boycott or whatever, and
Right.
and Stormzy had posted pro-Palestine stuff, and then
Took the cash.
took the cash and he deleted all his posts. Apparently, I've not really looked into it, but that's apparently what people say.
That's really innit?
Because apparently, if you go into it now, there's like a thing you can like order Stormzy's order or whatever.
Yeah. There's adverts everywhere.
Aye. So, but there you go. That's the price. But yeah, so well, there you go. You're implicated. Becky Hill.
Right. It's
I
like
don't know
the
that one.
you know the John Lewis adverts always get someone to do like a slowed down version
Breathy
of a
cover
song.
of
Yeah.
Summer Only.
So
We
was
Know.
that
Turns out
exact
that's-
version
Aye,
was
that
used in the McDonald's
It
advert?
was recorded for the McDonald's.
Oh, was it? Well,
That's
I mean,
funny.
there's nothing wrong with that necessarily.
But we wouldn't have fucking used it if we knew that was the case. But Jesus Christ,
Was there other songs on the shortlist? What was there?
I was a,
Steve, and now time for the first time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
I've actually I'm not even sure that's.
Is that what you're
what I
saying?
say, yeah.
All right.
It isn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to guess what your bit might be, but it is funny that it's like, yeah,
That is
coming on to a
vows.
song where people are just pretending to enjoy something. That's not how you want to start your marriage, is it?
Oh, I'm loving it. Is a good. That is a good message for marriage, isn't
Aye, I'm loving her. Say that.
it? And now,
Happy wife, happy life, happy meal.
There we go. Aye,
Yeah.
that's good.
there you go. This is great. We're coming up with
Marketing,
Steve's
guys.
new show on the spot here.
Yeah, let's do it. This is good.
That's funny.
We couldn't believe it though. After we got the video back as well from the videographer, paid like a fucking grand for it and realised.
Does that mean
Shot for shot remake of a McDonald's advert.
was that mainly for the copyright rights? Was it the licensing for the song?
No, it was just the song we used and
You could always like go on
It's a nice song.
Premiere Pro and
It's a nice
fucking
song.
could edit a different song and just make it the
a
same.
different rhythm though. wasn't it?
Barney Rock is in the house tonight.
Was it Justin Timberlake who done I'm Loving It?
Yeah, I think it might have been.
That's crazy. That was like a chart topper, wasn't it? And then it's just was that for the
What
on,
was the
what?
song though?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
No,
He-
but there must have been more to it than that.
well, that was the chorus, though, wasn't it?
I don't think. It
I didn't know
more.
there was a song.
Aye, just,
I just thought it was just a 2-second jingle. I didn't know there was a song version.
this is,
Hold on, Justin Timberlake sang a
Timberlake?
version of that.
aye, play it, get it played.
Let's see.
What's going on with him, man?
I don't know, man.
But this was, I think that was,
he's not loving it anymore.
that couldn't have been like, they couldn't have just took that and then that's just their jingle from now on. I don't know.
It's not another Night Nurse situation, is it?
No,
Justin Timberlake, I'm loving it. 3 minutes 48. Shut up.
They're annoying.
Yeah, that's no. Need to get YouTube Premium. Don't wait the 15 seconds.
Let's have a respectful silence.
Can maybe cut this bit out of the actual.
This walks in.
I don't know.
Walks into the edit.
I don't remember. I don't really remember this being a song either.
What year are we talking here?
2003, I want to say.
This is like.
I mean, it's uploaded 15. No, it's uploaded in 2009, but it must have.
Remember that?
Not really.
I remember it. But it's like.
So hold on. He made that song, and then McDonald's are like, I'm having that.
Either that or he done it for McDonald's.
I reckon they came up with a jingle, and then as part of the campaign,
They got him
It's time to Google again. Pull it up.
There is
producer
a
Mark.
YouTube video called "The Mystery of I'm Loving It."
How long is it? Can we watch it all?
6 minutes, but I don't
I
know.
have googled this as well. I think it was like a German composer or something's come up with like this.
German composer citation needed.
Something like that.
Right, hang on, we go. Background. The song was written as a jingle for McDonald's commercials based on a pre-existing German campaign.
Thank you.
God, well,
German
we know
composer.
we know what pre-existing German campaigns lead to. That's all I'm going to say. Originally developed, Timberlake was paid $6 million to sing the jingle. That's insane.
That's a good
Fucking
day's work.
hell.
That.
Stormzy's not getting that, I tell you that much. Despite this, Timberlake has since regretted the deal. He says, deal with the devil. Soon thereafter, the Neptunes produced a song based on the jingle and released it. It's part of a 3-track EP in November 2003.
Is this pre or post the Janet Jackson situation?
I think that's probably around about the same time.
What was that again?
You got a
It's
titty
Titty.
out. Yeah.
Wonder
And
why
was
he
that-
regretted
Super
it.
Bowl.
Was that planned, or is he like a beast?
I don't know.
Who?
I can't remember what the story was with that.
No,
Was it a PR thing or was
nipple
it a-
just slipped to it?
They took
Aye.
the star off or something, was it? No.
I thought he
No,
sort of
no.
did it.
No, I don't think so. I think it was a nipple slipped to it and she had a star on it. He's not like snatching off her fucking nipple.
I can't remember.
I thought it was like, you know, it's in that darts player that he's got a pocket and he gets like a 180 and then he goes like that and his nipple's just visible. And it might be Bobby George, I can't remember. He just goes like that and you just see his nipple through his shirt as a little celebration.
That was it. I'm loving it. It
So that's
was-
nuts that he.
Yeah, because this is what we're talking
That's
about.
how ingrained
Is that your
that
first
was
ad,
the
Steve?
original. Yeah.
Imagine that. I wonder how much, because he says he regrets it, but I wonder how much you would need to pay Justin Timberlake for him to come to your wedding and just sing that I'm loving it song.
He's like, you sure you don't want any of my other songs?
Cry me a river? Nah.
I'll do you Cry Me a River for $2 million.
Aye, well, there you go. I wonder, it doesn't elaborate on why you regretted the decision. I'm actually kind of curious to see.
I think because he could have made
Do you think he got
The amount of
backlash or he just
money-
should have
Because
got
he
more?
sold it.
the amount of money that
They're still using
have
that
made
20
off
years
the back
later.
of that. Aye.
The article where he says it is called Timberlake Inc.
He loves a pound note, that guy.
I guess so. What was
He's
his-
opened like him and Tiger Woods have got this sports bar company thing.
Oh, no.
a sports bar.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like just like an American sports bar, I think. But I think they might have like golf simulators in them as well, or something like that. But
Right.
he's a fucking weird guy, Justin Timberlake.
Aye.
And what was it? He had a DUI or something recently. And
Yeah, that was it. Hmm.
all the Britney stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
What was going on with him and Britney? Did he cause her to go nuts?
I mean, we're really getting into the weeds of early 2000s culture here, but
Well,
Good.
have you heard about the Ashton Kutcher stuff?
what's this?
You know that 70s show wasn't even filmed in the 70s. That's how deep it goes.
Apparently, I've been doing some deep dives on TikTok.
Oh, aye.
I love it when you get radicalized.
Which is by that it means that this is what's coming up on your algorithm.
Yes, and he could have been involved in some foul play. There was a girl who died, and like she was last seen with him or something like that, or his fingerprints were in the apartment and stuff like that. They
Interesting.
were meant to go on a date, and like it didn't go ahead or something. And there's some sort of creepy stuff like that.
Light on
going
detail,
on.
though, I would say.
Yeah.
I can't remember the TikTok word for word, Stu.
A punk.
Citation.
Someone get punked too
A
far.
German TikTok teenager.
And also, and then there's like stuff about the guy that was in that 70s
Yes.
show, the bad guy, he's in jail.
He
for
is a
being
beast.
beast.
So see the guy
The
that used to wear
curly-headed
the
guy?
curly
I
hair
never
with
watched
the
the fucking
glasses.
program.
Well, he was a beast or something, but then Ashton Kutcher and was it Mila Kunis or whatever was the other lassie in it that are
They
together.
were sticking up for
They
him.
stuck up for him.
Is his name Dax Shepard? Who's that?
I think maybe.
Who's
No,
that?
is that not that
No.
guy that done the similar podcast to use? The film one?
Oh, did he?
No, that was the guy from Comedy Bang Bang.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
Scott
But
Ackerman, who I am a
anyway,
fan
that
of.
cunt for that 70s show, was a beast and is in jail.
Yeah.
And they defended him. So there's a lot of, but I wonder whether, see this thing about this thing you're saying about Ashton Kutcher, I wonder whether like people are just annoyed with him and they're coming up with, I'm not saying that I mean maybe there is stuff to this, but it's like it feels like people have got it in for them now, I would say.
Maybe, but he
Yes.
started going out with Mila Kunis when she was like 15 or 16 or something.
The old Jay-Z and Beyonce
Aye,
routine.
and he
Old
was
Jerry
older.
Seinfeld routine. What's the deal?
So he was beasting, and there's clips of him with Mila Kunis doing interviews, and she's like, "Oh, he was like kissing, he was make me kiss him and all that," and when she's dead young, and he's like, "Oh, shut up."
It's
Actually,
like, shut up, in 15
like,
years
"Shut
people
the
will
fuck
start caring about this.
That is how it feels though. It's like at the time.
At the time, they wouldn't give
no
a
one
fuck.
gave a shit, and now it's like,
Absolutely.
crazy.
A different time.
Well, actually, because on Twitter the day it popped up the one of the scenes from the Robbie Williams film, and it was like the rock DJ, but they're running about that bit of London. What's that place? The fucking Pall Mall or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. And it's like the monkey. It's like the scene for that, and he's running about. But then like, I was just watching it, and some of the lyrics in Rock
We're
DJ.
not going to cancel the monkey, are we?
It's not the monkey that was saying it. It was fucking Robbie himself. But I was just a bit like,
If you can't get a girl, but your best friend can, it's time to move your body.
that's one of the least.
That's not a crime in and of
No.
itself.
No.
No, it was
I'm
something
moving
like.
my body because my mate's getting his hole. That's fine.
There's a lyric in it. It's something like fucking, suck my dick or it was something about like
There's
getting.
loads of cancelable Robbie Williams.
Aye.
But he's a cheeky chap.
That's true.
He's got some very powerful lyrics as well. I don't want to die, but I ain't keen on living either.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
The whole of Rude Box.
I'm scum. Watch me come undone, etc.
Let me entertain you.
Come on. Oh, that could be questionable given the context.
They played in Greg's there. They played "Strong" by Robbie Williams. Very
Which
good
is a
song.
great song.
Great song.
I actually
How's
had
that
that in my
go?
pre-show playlist.
I mean, I
How's
don't
that
want
go
to
again?
sing it, but
Oh, come on.
What's the?
You think
the
that I'm strong,
general-
you're wrong.
my
You're
breath
wrong.
smells like 1,000 fags, and when I dance like me dad. That's how it starts.
When I'm drunk, I dance like me.
What's
dad.
the? Do the hum the.
You think that I'm strong?
Oh, that's good. Though.
You're wrong.
Aye, that's good.
Look like Kiss, but without the makeup.
Oh, aye.
Great
Great
stuff.
fucking. I can't believe. I
That's
don't know.
good.
We've covered this, but I can't believe we never made it in America. Fucking idiots, a lot of
And
them.
I still can't believe that. There's a line in Rude Box where he says, "Dance like you've just won at the Special Olympics," and that's not aged well. I've not heard that phrase for 20 years.
Was it ever called the Special Olympics, or was it always the Paralympics?
I don't think it was. I don't know if I
Are
can
they
get your
two, are
laptop
they
open
different
again.
things? I don't know.
No, I think it's a derogatory way to
Is it?
refer to the Paralympics.
I see.
You
That was
ever,
like,
ever seen The Ringer? That's a nuts film.
No.
Johnny Knoxville goes into the Paralympics.
he's the Buster Keaton of his day.
He goes into, pretends to be.
This is why those mime artists never said anything, because they're scared of getting cancelled. They just stayed stum the whole time.
Yeah, he was. That film's nuts.
Wow.
So what, he...
Pretends to be
Oh, right, yeah.
a Paralympian.
Right, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not hearing much about that these days.
Yeah, that's the sort of shit that would get made in the. fucking
Everyone's just like, we
2000s.
kind of like Johnny Knoxville. Let's just fucking let him have at it. Let's not
Yeah.
bring up anything from 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
He seems cool.
Well, I know. What a time. What a time.
What time
That
to
was
be
a
alive.
crazy time.
Well, I tell you what, fucking Big Timberlake's paying 3 sins now, and that's all that's left to
Good.
be said.
Good. Could rot in hell.
But well, we got to the bottom of all of that. And,
I'm glad.
I think
I feel like we learned a lot this week.
we did.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to cooking or celeb culture from the early 2000s or the conspiracy of Ashton Kutcher, which
These
maybe
are
we'll
all
look
things
into.
I'm interested in.
I know.
Listen, guys, don't shoot the messenger. I'll send you the TikTok.
It says the TikTok.
Written on a wall in wax, baby well wax.
We'll put a link in the description of the episode. I say to that, I think that covers it for this week's ep. It's been good fun as ever, boys, and obviously just as ever. Obviously, please do remember to like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching us on there. If you're watching us on Spotify, remember to give us a 5-star review. And obviously, you can follow us on the socials at Some Laugh Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and X, which is unfortunately now called. Although I barely use it.
I'm really thinking about fully deactivating that.
Yeah, me
account.
too.
Deleted it off my phone.
Yeah, it's like I've been saying this on stage, but it's like, see Twitter since it got bought by Elon, it's like it's went for like smoking fags to smoking crack because like, it was never good for you. But now it's like this is becoming a problem. But anyway, that covers it for this week's. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.